Well, my friends, here we go again. Today, warm up, the most important part of the whole training. Let's do it.
The scene is getting crowded, I'ma ride my own wave. I don't need your approval, I'ma go my own way. My daddy told me to be first, you finish last place. The world show me one way, I'ma go my own. Ride my own, ay 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 ay. Ride my own, ay 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 ay. Ride my own, ay 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 ay. Ride my own, ay 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 ay. Hey, Kelly Slater with the way that I ride to be.
So here we are with the warm-up. I want to share my experience why warm-up is the most important part of the training. Believe me, that is really important. It don't brings you that you get better, but it is so important to stay fit, to get not injured and all that stuff. So here we go. I have a warm-up routine what I did for years now. And every single training what I'm doing is with a warm-up. You will never ever see me without a warm-up. So I want to share this and I hope you like it. Perhaps the one or the other, man, woman, girl, boy, whatever, yeah, can make it to their own, yeah, in their system and make the same. Some people don't know, yeah, what warm-up, is it important, yes or no, yeah. And they don't know what can I do. Yeah, they make only that, the classic 1, 2, that, and it's over. Yeah, really many people don't know how to warm up. That's why I want to share this, and we go into it. So I have always the same regime. One thing what we have to think about it is, what sport are we doing? We are doing streetball, basketball, and what movements do we have here? Running, jumping, and all with the shoulders, you know, all up in the shoulders, yeah, to throw, to go up and this and that, you know what I mean? And so these are important parts, and so let's do it. I started always with joint mobility. I'm staying here 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It depends on the weather, you know. So we started. First exercise is this one, yeah, that we make now. So here we have the elbow joints, yeah, the joints in the elbow, because we have it with throwing and dribbling, yeah, important. We go all joints, almost all joints. So this is the exercise. From that side to that side, it looks very simple, but you can make mistakes. So here this is correct, but what I often see is this. You see that? This is different. Here we have the shoulder, but that we don't want now, because when you do that, especially bigger, your shoulder gets tired, you know. We make this elbow straight to the body, hand is open, we go up open, we close it and go down. You see that? Bam, bam, and then we make it in a circle, you know. That is dynamic, but this is the exercise, you know. We go up and we go down, hand up, down, you know. So here we have always the elbow joint, and then the other direction, you know. I make this like a feeling, you know. So I don't know, as long as I do it now, yeah, I make it. So here we have the elbows. This is always the first exercise what I do. Next one is this, yeah, the wrists, also very important. And here you have not to strengthen it, you have to lose it, yeah, it is smooth, you see that? So really easy going, yeah, up and down, yeah. So I do this a lot of time, and then I make the circles, you know. And here, both sides, you can make it this, but I have always the elbows a little bit open. But really, when you grab it really tight, then it will not work, you have to lose it, yeah, smooth. So this is really important. And why it's so important for the warm-up, yeah? Your body temperatures goes up, yeah? In the joints, the I don't know how it's called in English, the synovial fluid, yeah, is a bit more. really, really important, yeah? If you understand how important this is, you will never ever forget a warm-up. Believe me that, yeah? So this is exercise number 2, the wrists, yeah? And then third exercise is this one, yeah? It's a little bit more tricky. It is like you paint an 8 into the air, yeah? An 8, you know? From here to here. And here you can make a lot of mistakes, yeah? What people do is this. You see, that is not what we want. We want the shoulder to come here, we go up a little bit and we go down and we go back a little bit beside the line of the body. We go here and I always, you see, my hand, watch at the position of my hand. Again here, you know. And you see I go never up to this point or higher, never. Always I stay a little bit beside that line. Also important because on that position you have a problem like an impingement, you know. There is the space not enough by most people, yeah. So I always keep it a little bit under shoulder line. Yeah, and also important, I don't want to tire my shoulder, you know, because then we play streetball and I don't need a tired shoulder then, yeah. And this is really smooth, yeah, and you will feel it, that is really a nice exercise. And also important, when you go up too much, then you are here very, very tight, that we don't want. So again, from that side, yeah, you can have the hand open, but I sometimes close it because I show you then another tool, which I have done a lot of times with that tool, and so my body knows always to grab something, but you can do it with open hands, yeah. And as long as I do it now, I do on the court, yeah. So when we have this next exercise, fourth exercise, I go a little bit into the knees, yeah, from that side, you know, only a little bit. Hand, we open it, one hand to the shoulder, and then we make this movement, you know. Really, really important. But here, what we don't want is this, yeah, the hips don't go, you know. It's not the hip movement. It comes from the abs, from the spine, you know. The abs are, you push it in, it is tight, and then from one side to this side. And important to be a little bit in your knees and to strengthen your abs, yeah, that is hard, that you don't get pain in your back. And my head is always moving to the side, and here you feel the energy in the ab, yeah. Because when you move, when you jump, you have a lot of things where you make this circle, yeah. And when you train this here, you warm it up. It's very, very important, you know. Because in streetball you have so quick movements, always this, and so you can damage it. So this is really, really important, you know. And when you get, have you seen it? The light went down. Which light was it? Oh, the big one. Now we have a problem. This is shit now. Wait a little bit. So here we go again. Now we have the light back, you know. The echo was over. Now I have it with electricity. Another part about warming up is one thing. In some areas in the world, almost no one warms up, and in other areas it is nowadays normal, you know. And when you are living in an area where perhaps no one is doing it, especially older players, you know, when you are young, there are a little bit older people and they don't do it, and then you come in, you cannot do much on the basketball, perhaps you're a beginner, then they are watching at you. Man, this boy, this girl cannot play and he's warming up, what are you doing there? Believe me that, make it 2-3 times and then the people are used to it. Then they know, this is the guy, yeah, he always makes this movement. But believe me, it is important, yeah. Don't watch others who are better or whatever, make it for your own. Really, it helps you in a long time, for years, you know. It helps you for years. And what you see when you warm up, yeah, when I do all the movements what we have done now and what we are doing now, I feel, oh, today, yeah, I feel I have a lot of energy. Oh, no, today I feel tired, I don't feel good, you know. That is also an important part, because then I know, oh, today I have to be a little bit careful. And another thing is, wow, really, what is with the elbow? What is with that? Today it is hurting, yeah? I didn't felt that before. And so you know something is wrong, and then you can adjust it to your playing, to your training, whatever. Also 2 reasons why it's important. So now we go on. After this exercise I always make this, you know. And that looks all so easy from that side, but there I also see a lot of mistakes, you know. I am doing it like this, but when you show someone, then people are doing this. You see that? This is a difference. I go a little bit higher, you know, I don't do this. A little bit higher, not to this is too much, but a little bit. I want to hold it up a little bit, and the movement from the shoulder, you know, again, this is warm up for the shoulder, yeah, because many do nothing or only with that, but I do activity, you know, really active the shoulder, yeah, really, really important. Then you feel it here, you know, and the heartbeat goes a little more up with that, you know. And that exercise depends on the weather. When it's warm, I don't do it too long. When it's colder, especially when you live in an area like mine, where it's snow, where are -degrees, whatever, then you have to do it much longer. And by me, something other special, why I do the warm-up a little bit shorter, because I always drive with the bicycle to the court. And when you drive with the bicycle, your heartbeat is up, your legs, especially in basketball, running, jumping, they are warmed up from the bicycle, you know. So this I don't do too long, you know. Next exercise, what I do is this, you know. The circles from your, I don't know how it's called in English, yeah. Very important, because in basketball, the quick movements, the jumping. So I make not that high. I only watched a little bit that it's on. Small circles, you know. To that side. And also to the other side. It's also a balance, you know. See that? The leg is working now from the balance. Very, very good. Also other side. Yeah, and you feel the heartbeat is a little bit up now. That side, that I don't make too long. Yeah, a little bit. But again here, you have to make circles. I show you that in that thing. You see that? Really, really circles, yeah? Not the knee, not this. Circles, you know? Very, very important. Because that movement, normally in your day, you never have this. You only walk straight, but never such movements. And in basketball, you move from that to that to that. And when you don't warm this up, it is dangerous, you know. Very important. Next, what I do are squats. I make 10 squats, you know. Always have my hand here. 1, 2, 3, that side, yeah. This is an exercise which looks easy, but it's very difficult. You have to go from your heels, you know. The weight is on the heels, not this. Not this, yeah. The ass goes back, and the weight is on the heels. I go up, squeeze your butt, you know. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, and you feel it immediately how it works your legs. I have not counted now, but I want to make a few more. Breathe out, yeah. Very important. And then you feel, oh, the heartbeat is now a little bit up. And that is the warm-up, what I normally do. Yeah. When I have done this, then I grab my ball. Yeah, and then I start. So this was the general warm-up. And now we go to a few special things. Then it depends on the weather again. I dribble a little bit. You see me, sometimes on the videos I make this between the legs, you know. I go one line and then I go it backwards with the ball, yeah. Then I dribble a little bit and then I start When here would be the basket, I start to throw a few balls very easy. Yeah, under the ring, and then I feel how it goes, yeah. And then a little bit more dribbling, and that is done. It is not much, or it is really not much, but that can help you really, really a lot. And now the advantage things, you know, these are really, really special, especially when I know now I will give everything. I will make the quickest movements, you know, as a street baller. Sometimes you see me in the videos, I'm not so fast, you know, comparison to other videos what I do. Why? Perhaps the floor is wet, yeah, and when it's wet you cannot run that fast because you will slip out. It's dangerous. Then I make it more easy, you know, a little bit slower, you know. So, but what I am doing, I've told you, I ride with the bicycle. When it's cold and you don't ride with the bicycle, I would take the ball and run a little bit with dribbling after those exercises, you know. Or you make a few more squats, you dribble a little bit more, yeah. Such movements, you know, like this before you start really to jump, to run aggressive, very important. But one now special thing is this, yeah. These are the Indian clubs or club bells. They are wood, you know. On one video you have seen it using, I have used it. So here I go a little bit this. This is for the shoulders, you know, really, really for the shoulders. So I can go up this. I have to watch here. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. You see, my shoulders are going down. Here I have it tight. And here I lose it, you know. Everything is not tight, yeah. And here it's tight, you know, my shoulders, my abs. Breathe in and everything out. Everything is tight, like you get a punch. I make this a few times, you know, and then I make this movement. I have to watch, you see here, a little bit more this. It's not that smooth now because I watch a little bit that I don't cut something. And here again, you see, my abs are tight, and here this movement, you see, shoulder, yeah, bam, bam, the shoulder is warming up, yeah, coordination. And again, here I don't stand like this, but here I have really my abs really tight. Because here you also have this movement, a little bit this with balling, you know, you have to be quick, go there, and you have this, and when you drain this, you are really tight then, you know. There can happen a lot of injuries because the spine don't like these circles, you know. So always good. And then I make this. This is a really, really nice exercise. You know, you see that? But this is a little bit tricky to learn, yeah. So you see, here I go up and then my shoulder goes up a little bit, but again, I'm not here, you know. I'm a little bit here. You know, really, really nice, and there you warm up your shoulders really, really good, you know. And also for your wrists, you can go up and then make this. Zack, 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 zack. These are the clubs. They are very, very light. You know, this is as wood, but be careful because there exists a lot of variations. You see that? The size difference. This is a longer one. I take always the shortest one. Very, very cheap. I think €5, $1 or $2, I don't know. Yeah, but there exists also heavy ones. These are the lightest ones and the smallest ones. Yeah, these I'm using, and that you can always put down in a backpack. You see, when you have the comparison, you see they are not in every backpack you can put in those. So very, very good. But this is only advantage, you know, when it's very cold, when you want to do really, really special things, then I grab this, yeah. And that is all what I do, you know. More I don't do, yeah. So really, really nice. You can make, of course, other exercises, you know. I don't stretch something, you know. But this is another thing. I don't run, yeah, also not. Especially in winter when it's very, very cold, I don't start with running, you know. I make the joint mobility, and then when I'm warm up, then you can dribble, run with the ball, you know. So warm up, very, very, very important, very simple. We go again, the exercise is in very, very quick time, you know. Only 1-2 examples, then you see it again. There are other things like this I don't do, yeah, because it's another story. Also one exercise what you can do sometimes is this, you know. But here, some people feel it here, you know, and they lean back, so that you don't have to do. Again, quick time, what I do, first exercise this, both directions, yeah, in quick time. Then I do this, from left to right, then I make circles, then I make the 8 in the air, you know, very, very simple. After that, little bit going down to the knees, straight, and I make the movement here, not quick, controlling it, you know. After that, I make this, important to move your shoulders, yeah. After that, we make the circles, yeah, in your, not in this position, I only show it for the camera. Here, both directions, yeah. And after that, we make the squats, then squats. Weight on the heels, straight back, tighten your ass, you know. And after that, it is done. Then I make a few dribblings, depends how the weather is, to warm up this, a few balls to the ring, and that is all. If it's more cold, I do this longer, and I dribble longer, and I run a little bit with the ball. And when it's really, really hardcore, then I take the clubbells and make at the end this. Yeah, that is all. Warm up, I hope you like it. When you don't warm up and never liked it, make it as you want. But others who are interested in, give it a try. Make it all the time you play, only 5 minutes. But now my studio box, perhaps you heard it. Give it a try, only 5 minutes before you train. You can make this in every training you do. Very important, and after 10, 15, 20 years, your body will say thank you. So, we see us again. Until next time, bye and ciao.